I'm in studio with Nina Ogot talking about her new music, of course, and how she got to where she is, the influences, the culture, of course, the person that is Nina. And I wanted to ask her about the choice to focus on music that at the time was so niche. I think we're getting into a place where, everyone is listening to everything and it's fantastic. But when you decided this Dodo vibe is mine, I'm doing this with this Luo sound, it was very, very niche and a brave decision. Is this because you were committed to authenticity, like you said before?
I think at the beginning, yes, it's a commitment to authenticity. At the beginning, I wasn't using so much culture in my music. Like if you listen to my first album, it's very simple. It's just two guitars, a very small percussion, and me on my voice. It's mostly my voice, actually, that you hear, but not so much cultural influence. So the cultural influence has evolved into my music, and because I think it's important to use it. And that decision is informed by the fact that when I listen to a lot of music locally, I feel that like the cultural element is missing. So I felt like maybe this should be me to do it because I don't know who else would.
Who else is gonna do it? If not me,
if
who?
Not me, then who?
Who are those people who, I want to do a two-sided question. Who are the people that influence that sound? People you are listening to and they've definitely fed into the kind of music you're making. And then when you listen to music now, are there people who you're like, I like the direction you're taking as far as bringing your culture, your language, your, instruments into the music?
Yeah, I feel like the cultural angle is what adds into the, it enriches the authenticity. When I was growing up, I didn't listen to so much cultural music. You know, we were taught about cultural music in school.
Yes, theoretically almost.
It was theory. You're told this is that traditional instrument. They use it at the coast.
Yes.
So introduction
and you rarely
into
even
culture.
got to see one.
You see it only in class. Like, the teacher has to pull it out of her drawer, that old drawer with cobwebs.
Yes.
That's where she's storing these instruments. So she'll pull it out and show the class, and this is the only reference you have of culture and what music sounds like. But the sound itself, I didn't really have much reference. And when I listened to radio, it was mostly pop music, American music. And so I grew up listening to American music. And if you wanted to hear cultural music, you go to Bomas of Kenya or to the museum.
Can you imagine? That's a road trip just to listen to some jams.
Yeah, if you want to really interact with culture, it's at the museum. It's archived somewhere. So somehow it was never really easy to access. And so it took a conscious decision to find it. So this is just, if you listen to my album today, this is me having done research and looked for where, what influences I like, what inspires me also as a cosmopolitan, because I can't say I'm a traditional woman. I'm not, I was raised in Nairobi. And my exposure to tradition was too limited, I feel. So it has taken me having to go and look for it and find it and have conversations about culture with people who know more about it and use that to inform my music decisions.
Are there people right now, aside from yourself, that you're like, hey, I see you on the wave, you've caught the wave, and I like the music that you're making and the direction that you're going as far as incorporating that culture?
Yeah, I mean, you look at artists, you may or may not know them, like Idi Aching, for example, Winyo, Costa Ojuang, Labdi. There's all these older and new school artists who are really infusing culture into their music and using their modern style to add flavor somehow.